Morning, everyone. Yes, I'm fashionably late. I needed to have a shower. I'm sorry. It's the joy of the weekend. Let's see. Let's see what is coming through for the Twin Flame Collective. How are we all doing? How have we been traveling? Are we ready for that moon in Aries? Oof, I tell you. Are you feeling the pressure of new beginnings? So funny. We're having a double whammy. We're going to have the Aries moon and then smack into the new month, and we're having an eclipse in Aries. And I kind of feel it's telling a little bit of a story. It's like, we might start something and then go, oh, maybe we need to go backwards. But whatever we start or end, it's going to have a good 6 to 12 month cycle really moving out. It's really it's the house of self. So it'll be very interesting to see, especially for a lot of us. We may feel, are we in alignment? Aren't we? Are we doing what we're meant to be? Why are things not working? Have we missed something? So, yes, I have been. I did a video earlier. I may open it back up. Really funky algorithm at the moment with YouTube. As I mentioned previously, I know the astrology. I'm not personalizing it. I'm very observant at the moment, and I'm seeing it happen on a lot of channels. A, the analytics. B, the changes really that have happened. I know that the woke therapist put a video up and she talked about it. Giggle Glimmer shared it with me. There's a couple of other channels as well. Lopon Tarot, I think the channel name is. Forgive me if I'm incorrect. But a lot of us have really noticed it. And this really started way back in 2020, when everyone was having this influx into social media. And yeah, a lot of YouTubers are actually going, whoa, what's going on? So really those comments, those likes are what keep us here. Otherwise, we're having to multitask. But it's the way it goes. What can we do? How are we doing? What am I seeing coming through so far? Something in the mix. Some of you could be really critical on yourself at the moment. It's like, am I on the right path? Is it working? Because we've got walking in truth, but it's in reverse. I think all of us have been going through that. It's a little bit like, is everything going to fall into place? Is it going to be okay? Where is the connection at? Is it ever? Is there ever going to be no dramas? Oh, 10 of Swords in the heart space. In the joint connection. There's a lot of nostalgia coming through. Definitely, I'm seeing a lot of nostalgia. Can I say nostalgia? Oh, it's almost like yearning, so to speak. It's like this yearning for an individual, yearning for this path to connect. And, some of you are probably thinking, gee, am I investing correctly? Am I doing the right thing? Am I being silly here? Is there something I need to change in my approach in this thing? And I do feel counterparts looking at this as well, but this can be something personal that's going on, and then we're personalizing it. So it could be something very separate that they're clearing something out. We also could be clearing some karmic cycle out as well, especially because by the 27th, I believe we are having Pluto moving into Aquarius. So it almost feels like all these old things are coming up. For a lot of you, you're going to find with that access point, you're going to have a lot of people coming back in. It can be blasts from the past. It can be old memory systems, old circumstances that were really difficult. You're definitely reviewing and in review mode of the connection. And I think both parties here are doing this. And I wouldn't be surprised with masculine. This is the joint connection. And I'm seeing it's almost the... is chivalry dead kind of energy, looking back to the past and looking at the beauty of it, but being really realistic. Realism sometimes does take the dream away, but it's asking you to keep an eye on the dream, but it's also asking you to be very realistic with the dream. And I think a lot of counterparts collectively are really doing this. And I do think it's actually happening on both sides of the fence. I feel both parties have had some bad luck to date. It's not to say your whole life it's been like that. So in the heart space, it's like, why is this stagnant? Let's look. What do they want us to know? I do feel Divine Feminine has been careful how they're communicating. I feel there's moments where you may want to really, really verbalize how you're feeling. But you're trying to sit with it. You're trying to maybe you're in the self-awareness and thinking, okay, if I do get a phone call or if I am communicating, how is that going to go down if I say X, Y, and Z? And I don't think it's that you're nervous. I think it's that you're looking at it like, how would that be productive? Has it done anything to date? I think there's an element of frustration believing this person isn't doing the work. There also could be a transition when it does come to work, career, and money. Yeah, I do see this as divine feminine. It's like things are getting old. It's that Plutonian energy. And, the funny thing is at the moment, Saturn moving into Pisces, it's almost like this maturity. It's really regressing back, thinking back to, the ultimate dream of what you had, but also, it's like a good Pinot Noir. It's aging, it's worth something, it's left on the shelf. Its shelf value is a lot more. That's kind of how you're weighing the scales at the moment. But look at Divine Feminine. She's really not impressed. She's kind of looking at it going, seriously? Can we get a mush along? I had a friend that used to say that all the time, mush. Okay, some of you are wondering, and I think this is more on your side. It's like, okay, are we doing what's correct? Are we cheating ourselves out of happiness? And that can be with this person or maybe with the circumstance that we're personally dealing with. But, it can also be the betrayals that are coming up in your mind, and you're kind of wary thinking, who can you trust these days? Can you trust your friends? Can you trust, who can you trust, really? And so some of you are even feeling, has this person just compartmentalized me into a friend? Maybe they've found somebody else. Maybe that's why they're not moving this situation forward. Are they really sure? And it can also be swapsies, where you're physically feeling, am I cheating myself out of something? Am I effectively walking my truth? And you usually know. I always say when that situational ship comes to the door, address it then. But I do feel in the heart, it's almost like there's this protectiveness, but there is this yearning for this person like you want them physically today and to have that image of what you want. Yeah, so there's a possibility here. Divine Feminine is weighing the scales, trying to work out what their inner truth is. But I also feel you have things, which I think it's going to come through in your read styles. It's like you might have a work situation going on. You could have a family-related dynamic, especially because Pluto in Capricorn is there at the moment at 29 degrees. So you're trying to balance these scales. And in the meantime, the one good thing that, one would hope is that there would be, love and beauty and, something to look forward to at the end of the day. And on this one area of life, it's adding to that situation. It's kind of becoming a bit of a bugbear. So, it's like, okay, am I being authentic if I'm, still having these feelings because there has been this disaster? Is there a safe connection that maybe won't do that to me? And I think the reality is we do need to really be realistic with people. Point blank zero, is that anyone really can hurt us. And so if that anxiety is there and you don't have the confidence in yourself that you will bounce back, if anything, we become more reserved and protective of our heart chakra because we think, well, every time I go into a connection, I'm falling down. Then when I'm dealing with counterpart, the same situations going on. So the bugbear of the trauma is lingering again, more than likely, because Pluto is sitting there at 29 degrees. You're trying to avoid it. So some of you also are feeling if you went down a new path, and this path doesn't have to be a romantic one. It could be a totally different situation, but there's definitely a choice there. And there's this weighing of the scales. You want to have a great outcome and you're thinking, God, if I move forward, it breaks my heart. But if I move forward, is it, going to come back into balance right then? Ever notice when we, presume, it could be if you go into communication with them, you sort of say something and then you feel really silly because they were doing something boring. But we have the Two of Cups here. I do feel for some there is a family-related dynamic. Some of you can be feeling, okay, are we ready for that commitment? Is it due to a circumstance relating to family or a previous connection that is the issue, or a third party? Because the both of you, I do feel, mustering up the courage to kind of, it's like that Jenga. Is it Jenga, the game? That's coming back up again. It's like pulling pieces out and saying, okay, currently the status quo is where it is. Divine Feminine really is feeling if this can't move and this cycle and the consistency can't move, especially if there's been ghostly silence. I feel you're kind of looking at it going, well, am I ready for a relationship? I think I am. Maybe this person isn't. Is there? You're really questioning third party. Now, I don't necessarily feel this has to be that there is another third party, but it could be the trauma associated to it. It might be an interference of some degree. And you're just wondering when the hell things are going to get out of dodge, because it feels like a lot of obstacles. You in your own mind, Divine Feminine, feel you should have had your blessings and your abundance. For some of you, it could be an anniversary date coming up. There could be somebody's birthday coming up. Usually when I get this card, the one message that they show me psychically is that this could be an anniversary, a birth date, a function. It could be a physical function. That could be a memory that you're going back to, or a celebration of some degree. Point blank, it could be that you thought that you were, going to get this big celebration, going to have this big, abundant, happy life. And you're very, very committed to it. Thanks, sweet. But at the same time, it feels they're showing me a date. So this can be a physical birthday. It could be their birthdays coming up, your birthdays coming up. For some of you, it could have been a previous event, but they're really making a very solid kind of statement based on a birthday. How you doing, sweet? How is life? Okay, yeah. For some of you, you may feel as though this person has misunderstood what you feel. Maybe that you've worked so hard, you've fought so hard, you've had to care for yourself, and you really don't know what all the conflict is, especially if you've had to repeat yourself quite often. But I feel that'd be more for those of you who were in direct communication or currently are in communication. Some of you could be aware of a struggle that they're going through, and that can be coming through in the 4-day. Some of you directly, because that is happening, even if you are being quite present in your life, it is affecting your aura. It could be psychic attacks. Oh, I'm getting a sign. It's like all of a sudden just here. A lot of pressure, headaches, third eye. Definite anxiousness coming through. It's almost like you feel that maybe something's coming in very radically and very quickly, and it's making you anxious. Some of you also are feeling that maybe you just need to move forward. You just need to, focus on yourself, focus on your pentacles, and proceed forward. Yeah, have some fun. Get out and about. Especially those that are in a karmic relationship, I do particularly feel you're understanding that they're being their own worst enemy if they're in an unhappy relationship. Some of you also could be attracting a person that maybe was going to go down the aisle. This could be a divorcee. It might be somebody who was in a karmic relationship and they're not really happy. But there's a trust issue here with this individual. For some, it may be that they know your twin. For some, it seems like they're very happy. They're saying maybe they don't want something serious, but they really do. I'm getting a big question mark over that. I'm going to pull a chakra card. It's not to say don't try. Do you know what I mean? But I get a big question mark over this individual. What's the Australian term? They look a bit dodgy. They look a bit dodgy over here. Yeah. It's like saying one thing about the bigger picture, but not really meaning it. Do you have power in this situation? I do feel so. You also may be reflecting back, and there could be other people in your life that are going into relationships. And due to your previous experience, it could be that they're coming to you for advice, or you're just merely observing it. And, you're kind of looking at them like, why are you going into that? Where angels fear to tread? That's silly. Yeah, you're not saying anything. You're just observing it. You're really perplexed. You're like, wow, well, yeah, that's going to turn out great. Yeah, we're learning through this. This is the mirror. We directly are learning. It could be a family member. It might be the way they're holding themselves. It might be a connection that they're going through. You do have a lot of crap on your plate at the moment. You're trying to get out of a funk. But in the meantime, this lingering question in your mind is, well, you empathize and understand, especially if you know what's going on their side of the fence. And I do feel they might have had some dramas. I'm definitely seeing a very dark energy hanging over divine masculine. But it's affecting your self-esteem. It's making you feel that maybe maybe this is never going to happen. But I feel it's more self-esteem and confidence. Some of you almost want to, this is about the best way. It's a bit like you want to be the fly on the wall, or you'd like a channeled energy, because you're kind of on the precipice of making a decision. And this could be going to their house. This might be reaching out and making communication. You kind of peeved that you're going down that rabbit hole. But I feel there's a pocket group of you that are really tuning into something on your side of the fence that you can physically do. I also feel that those of you that have been having communication with this individual or heard gossip, that it's making you more anxious, even though realistically, maybe they're unpacking things. I do feel you intuitively know that near this next moon phase, it's going to be quite hectic. Some of you can have some changes again happening in your physical environment. I don't know why I get some of you are wanting to change your diet. There can be nausea coming up. Be careful, dehydration. But it's like you want to be a fly on the wall. You're trying to see things. Could even be suddenly you've realized you really need to practice good self-talk. Have you noticed in the last few weeks? I think I was talking to Giggle the other day, and there was a bit of that dip in the frequency. And I just remember both of us really went into this mantra of, anything that we'd say the polar opposite, but it was definitely very positive. It's like, it could be you saying you got a limousine, or you got an RV, or, just one of those vibes is that we're going into that Abraham Hicks energy, trying to bounce the funk off. There can be some real great, it's almost like I feel psychically that you're going to have maybe two pockets of great news, a pocket of bad news, two pockets of great news, a pocket of bad news. I do think it's going to dissipate, but it's really grating your nerves, this tension point. You're trying to pull your energy in so you're not projecting, but it's really becoming difficult. You need to really be careful of psychic attacks. Also, to know when to pull the pin with certain individuals in your personal circle, because you may become more, agitated, because you feel you have no time for yourself at the moment. So when you're trying to do things for yourself, somebody's PMing you or getting you to do something or having a request from you. It could be a friend, it could be a love interest. And this could even be intuitively the things you need. Psychically, be careful, because I do feel we've got the psychic card here, but it's in reverse. Divine masculine maybe is dealing with a confidence, self-esteem, financial, or a big win coming in. But it's a big burning question, and it's a major decision. It's going to be life-changing for them. So I do think this is quite positive, but I feel they're having the courage to address some very old situations in a karmic cycle and or romantic relationship. This could be inheritance coming in. This could be a divorce settlement. It might be transition in career. Some I saw a plane, and it was like they're either going to be communicating with a person at a distance, traveling directly towards them, or having to get on a plane. And it's like you get a phone call and they're not where you thought they were. And so there was that vibration of anxiousness, but I don't think it's going to affect you, but it's something that is just a little bit shocking for some of you. Yeah, they're being very strict on themselves. They felt quite restricted. They felt quite tired and run down and emotional, but they're really meditating. No wonder I was getting the third eye. It's very heavy in the third eye. There's a lot of worries, like they don't want to, they also don't want to make the wrong decision in life, but they're feeling, again, they can't make everyone happy. And for some reason, they're feeling with their ducks in a row. You know, it's this confidence inside them that's growing, where they're putting their foot down, and where they've been giving their power away, they're actually sticking up for themselves. And I think it's very positive. They're definitely thinking about how much they value you, and that at a foundation, the people that they're wanting in their life are people that are working with them. Let's find out this. Some of them are worried that if they don't have enough to give you, that you will leave them. It could be that you're quite set up and they're feeling that if they don't have enough, that you will leave them. Let's pull a clarifier, because there's fears of isolation here. This could be some sort of paperwork that they're addressing. This could be something that's a little bit lower par. It could be, like I said, say you're going through a divorce and you're sharing the money. How much will be left for that? Yeah, even going into prison, for instance, it's like, fear of isolation. Is everything going to go wrong? Am I going to drop the ball? Am I going to be emotional if I'm actually rejected? Can be a mental imprisonment as well. It's like isolating themselves away and then saying, hey, this probably isn't healthy in the long term. I do feel there's a major conversation that they're wanting to have. And it has been, for some of you, it has been, there you go, has been such a long time since you've communicated that they're thinking, okay, how will you take it now if I reach out and communicate? It's very, very close. They've learned their lesson. Some of them are receiving an ultimatum. This can be either from the karmic or from you. And this could be, look, the status quo of where it stands. We just can't do it this way anymore. But I do feel there's been some of you that have been very sympathetic. Maybe it's because you know what's going on with them. But again, it's about gauging that time, broaching that conversation, not sweeping it permanently under the carpet for some. But I definitely heard the term ultimatum. So I'm just going to quickly read what everyone's been going through. What have you all been going through? I have so much going on that I kind of forget about him. I don't. Yeah, that's why I said we always need purpose to keep your mind busy. I tell you, it's only when we stop. Didn't stop my psychic attacks, though. I had purpose and I still had psychic attacks, but they dissipated because I moved into breathing in and blowing out, reducing the amount of channeling I would do with that individual so that I could protect my aura, because my aura would become quite sick. And, funny enough, I'd always go and have a check and they'd say nothing was wrong. So, mindset, mind health, mind matters, realizing we can control the mind. It takes great practice. Exhausted up. Oh, darling. Yeah, I know. Me too. It's really strange. I have been very productive. I've got to say I've been very productive. My daughter, through her transits, she was applying for a home. She got a ducks in a row. She's also got Taurus North Node. So I said to her, you're going to get a house. And she's like, oh, I'm not going to get a house. I said, it's in your transits. So you're going to get a house. I said, but you need to get your ducks in a row, Venus and Taurus. You know, when you got placements there, and we have a moon, which the moon was coming up and it was going to be in Libra. So it's an end of one chapter. And it's the beginning of a new one, especially relating to contracts. So you gotta know how to read your chart, and especially we can see both by the psychic energy and the transits when huge things pop up. So we're going to be cycling out the nodes soon. We've got about June, July, I believe, and then we're going to get all the Aries energy. So keep an eye on the Aries energy, because you might find that you're really having old things coming up, and those old things can be, you know, working for you a lot better in the long run, but it can feel like you're cramming homework. So yeah, definitely been waking up quite a bit. Let's quickly pull some cards and have a look at the karmic, and then I'll take your super chats, and I will see you for the next update. We do have the elements and the members as well. I'm covering masculine and feminine monthly. So the masculine's energy will be out shortly for the members. And we do have a bonus this month. So those of you that don't know, I haven't premiered it. We have a bonus, volume 5, and then we also have volume 1 for January, February, April. Yeah. Okay, this person's very confusing. Okay. And feminine and a karmic. We're going to look at the karmic energy. Hi, Dale. Yeah, it's on Sundays now. For the moment, I'm getting my HR. Just like the woke therapist, I'll be doing 2 jobs. So the booking schedule will still be there. It's just different times. I'm still waiting to get the HR. And then I'll be doing 2 jobs. Because I want to buy an RV. Anyway, okay. So what we're doing with this one, I've pulled the cards. We're checking in with the karmic energy or karmic cycle within a karmic, and the feminine within a karmic cycle, and what I see coming up for that. And yes, funny enough, this year we are having a Venus retrograde, but no Juno retrograde. So I'm going to keep an eye on Juno, the asteroid, because, yeah, that one's going to be interesting. Oh, this is a very stubborn individual. Very stubborn. Really looking back, but still remaining in the same vibration in the heart of it. Like, no, this is the way I see things. This is what I want. Even if it's not going according to plan. Some are actually in a karmic relationship, no longer married, or, you know, not wanting a divorce. But this is something that's happening anyway. Hi, sweet. Yeah, it's like not wanting a separation, but knowing that it's there. Maybe one of those rebound relationships. So one story I'm getting is a rebound physical relationship, and they went into the connection with either divine feminine or masculine, which I'll read theirs in a minute. But they're thinking about relationships, but I feel they pulled the pin on one, jumped into another for some, and the other is not wanting a separation, even though they know this connection's over. But it is eventuating in that. It's occurring whether they want it or not. There's a lot of anger. They're requiring, you know, they've almost got this, for some, especially if they're already separated, they still have this feeling that they own this person and that the commitment is there and that the reconciliation is going to be there. Yeah, it's like, you know, some of them also could be talking to a past tense lover. They could feel that they are victimized in this circumstance and they're returning to somebody who is maybe empathizing and understanding with them. Some of them aren't realizing. Some of them are like almost saying, "Oh, I'll go to counseling, we'll go to therapy. Maybe we can sort this out." It could also be a wellness situation. They're in denial. Yeah, it's almost like feeling that they're being hard done by. If people aren't understanding that they have maybe wellness issues and they're, oh, thanks, Star, wellness issues, and they're really not being, understood, even though some of this behavioral pattern that's going on within it, they're not letting it go. Counterpart also knows that it's done, whoever is dealing with this cycle is, but it feels they're bouncing between two people, bouncing between two energies, wanting to have it even though it's gone, thinking about a past tense person. For some, this can be from work. Yeah, they feel very vulnerable at this point. I do feel they're either trying to salvage this situation. It's icy cold, though. It literally feels like they're thinking and processing this in a, how can I explain it? It feels like an empty room. And the metaphor they're giving me is this person's feeling alone. This person knows that this isn't going to work. But it's like they're begging to Gaia that they find some magical solution for the situation. Again, they're resisting it, even though they really don't feel it's going to go according to plan. This could be, let's pull a chakra card. I feel they may be getting a letter in the mail. It might be a text message. It could be something that they sent as well to another person is coming out in a text message and it's being exposed. And I think, I definitely think this person is being exposed. Yeah, there's regrets of the past. This could be love letters as well, sending a love letter to this person, trying to send out an SOS to communicate, to get this back on track, to have it where it is. Now, the masculines are thinking about connections, but I think they're coming to this more in a traditional sense of, hey, if I'm in a relationship, it's my duty to do X, Y, and Z. I kind of think that's changed. I think they are traditional, thanks, Char, but it's not to the detriment of their own health. Do you know what I mean? It's more, okay, I'm traditional, but you need to be coming traditional as well. You need to be coming and actually working with me. So I think in the context of karmic energy, for some, this can be an individual that's already single. As I mentioned, coming back to this karmic energy, they could already be single. But this person, it's their ex, so to speak. They're acting almost like they own them, almost like they're still a couple, even though they're fancy three and doing their thing. There's another group where these individuals that are in a karmic physical relationship, masculine is thinking about what it looks like to have a healthy relationship, which could be the white, whatever we feel that beautiful image is, the white picket fence, family, barbecues, you name it, the whole kit and caboodle. But their energy and vibration within this connection is not feeling that. They're really thinking of maybe dealing with this past tense situation, even if they're currently in it. They could be seeking professional advice because they really want to drop this, and it's been niggling. It could have been something to do with money. It might have been that they didn't want to open up about their feelings. This could have been an emotional situation as well, to do with trauma. But what they are focused on is joining and having it feels like a liberation, but I don't feel this is in reference to divine feminine. I feel, how do I put it? I don't feel the exit stage is in relation to divine feminine. I feel the exit stage is I need to close this cycle out. It's either directly impacting me for those of you already in communication or the connection. This can be a family related dynamic. It could be a financial. There's something entangling them, either A, on their time, B, on their emotions of the past, or it's a physical separation. But they are thinking about how they can exit stage, and they want to do this well and truly before July. Now, a feminine inside a karmic relationship You may hear some gossip through the grapevine. Some of you could be a bit worried about maybe gossip getting out. I don't know what they mean by that. We're going to tune into it. Yeah, something getting out. You could be getting a letter, a text message. This person might have been really selfish to you before, especially if this is a connection that you dealt with previously. I don't think this is twin. I feel this is somebody else. Okay. They may be really giving now, and you're kind of like, are you trying to butter me up? This person may drink a lot. This person may be quite social. This person at times listens and understands. But I think the question you've got in your mind is if if all your ducks, I don't know, you got some news coming in. You really have some news coming in. Because this person, if I could equate it, it would feel that they have changed, yes. But, the unfortunateness is when somebody is treating you really well, you're kind of like, well, why can't I receive this from this individual? The other thing is, in your mind, you feel like your heart has been poisoned and you can't give yourself to this person totally. You feel, that yeah, you can't. That's what I'm hearing. You feel you can't. It could be that you don't trust them. Or it could be that because you have a lot going on, it can make you nervous at times. There's hot, cold energy. There could be times you're moving into it and you're feeling really in alignment. There's other times I feel some of you are pulling right back and it feels totally off kilter. And you feel like you're dealing with a foreigner, but it's like a Martian or somebody on another planet, and they can say something at a drop of a hat that irks you. But I do think some information is going to come up. And, for some of you, it can be in relation to counterpart and a family, counterpart and a moving of a home or selling of land. There's information coming in. It can be coming from the horse's mouth. I also feel this romantic individual. It's like trauma bonding. It's like, they're a BFF. I don't, for a pocket group of you, I don't see you feeling that this is going to go the distance. You're gauging it, but I feel there's a lot of confusion here. Yeah, I definitely, so some of you are feeling you need to step back. Some of you are feeling, hey, Madonna, some of you are feeling you need to step back. Some of you are just feeling this is going a little bit too fast, or you feel that they're wanting something a lot more. There is a trust situation here, though. I do feel also some of you could be hearing gossip about this person. It could be that they're hearing from somebody. Okay, those with a karmic coming back into their life, there is a possibility some of them could have a previous energy here that they're communicating with you. And they're in a relationship. Let's look 3 cards for them, please. And then if you do want to have a private booking, we have, I think, 24 hours left on the sale. Short time only because, at the moment, the bookings that I have open are usually in the late afternoon. So it depends on your time zone. I have a time zone converter on the website. Due to the fact that I'm getting this HR, I've had to really gauge week by week. Okay, so you need to be careful because this person, This person's a bit flighty, and I think you need to go really carefully into this. Those that are dealing with an individual that are in a romantic connection, and this is on divine feminine side. I also feel the scared to be alone term. This person, you may have had, for some of you, a connection with them in the past, right? I also feel some of you, your family might have said something to you. This person is having conflict within a current relationship they're in. You're worried that they're going to go back to this, that they're just going to stay. You're also worried that maybe the individual they're seeing is going to reach out. Some of you are worried they're not going to leave this. And you feel like you're refacing your shadow relating to counterpart. Yeah, you're kind of feeling that you're going to get left out in the cold and it's freaking you out a bit. You're definitely going to get gossip. I've had this gossip card come up 3 times now. So this can be coming from various locations or directly in relation to, it's big, whatever it is. I feel you're going to be shocked. Whatever it is, I do feel you'll be shocked. Shocked or peeved. Let's put it that way. Shocked or peeved. Let's pull the cards up and we'll jump into the super chat. So now we do have the elements within the YouTube membership. We cover them each month. They are exclusive to the Members Hub. Separately, we cover Masculine, Feminine, and Karmic weekly. And we have the mid-month energy check-in. Okay. Let's write the list down. Anyone been noticing Messenger hasn't been working? It's been driving me a bit crazy. Let's read some of the things. You can't listen to it without tearing up, Lois. I'm sorry, my love. Grab some tissues. I hope you haven't got me on your big screen. Please don't look at my head. Oh, gosh. I think everyone's trying to travel as well as possible. There can be some exciting and fresh energy coming through next month, hopefully better than this month. What am I writing on before I start? Oh, hello. What year was that? Anyway, that's the second time it's come up. I'll scroll back. So we have the first lovely who is having hers. And then we have, who do we have? I think it was Dawn. Hi, Carrie. Dawn. Is that it? Did I miss any? How you been, Dawn? Giggles are not here, so you know. I cannot pronounce. Oh, and Char. I miss Char's. Thanks, Char. You're on it. Okay, for the first lovely. Hey, Dal. How you been? So, what's been happening with everyone? My internet is acting. Oh, yeah, I feel you. Pluto in Aquarius is going to affect it. You'd probably have to go through the website. It's up at the very top is the PayPal one, or there is credit card and PayPal one on the website on the super chat page. We're always live on a Sunday at the moment, so you can prepay them. You can actually do them ahead of schedule and just jump on, send me an inbox, or comment on the premiered video. Okay, my lovely. Okay, you're trying to... I will... Shasta Rankin, apologies for the incorrect pronunciation. You're trying. You're trying to do all things. I don't know. Are you on a health kick at the moment? You're trying to do things in moderation. You got to watch out for headaches. Okay. Okay, my love. You need to really watch for all documentation at the moment. That's one message that I got coming through. You are taking a critical eye on this. I feel if this person is in some sense of a karmic relationship, I kind of feel that I feel something's about to go down because this feels something that is shifting very quickly. I do see another person who is quite interested in you, though. I think you're trying to be very neutral. But at the same time, I also feel that there is a delay and you kind of feel you're looking to the past and you're understanding that some of that delay really benefited you in various ways. But you almost stay more grounded when you're being present. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sorry. You're determined. When you want something, like you're determined, you put your head to it, you can do it. They just kept saying, read all fine print. Honey, you have two people here. There's definitely two people. I do think you're going to have a choice between two opportunities, very separately to love interest. At a TF level, there are two opportunities, but it's on your side. It's not theirs. And it's unfortunately, but fortunately, you're going to have the power. So it feels like you're going to have the ability to actually make a physical decision yourself. And there's going to be two people. There's physically two people. So, I do feel in your career, you're going to do pretty good. I think Kerry's going to the website, so Kerry will be one. She generally does prepay me beforehand. She's been busy this week. Okay, who do we have next? We have Dawn, who's being my moderator today. Thank you, Dawn. So how's our week been? Have we been purgatory? Emotionally, be really careful because we're going to have the moon in Aries. We're also having on the 23rd Mars move into Cancer. Breathe, eat some yellow food groups. Up to that point, then from the 23rd, you might want to be very assertive. But if you're getting tired, go and rest, okay? Go and rest. I mean, Geminis will be happy because it's moving out of their first house. I'm just saying. Okay, well, thanks, Char. Look, Char stepped in so that Dawn can have her reading. Oh, honey, okay. You've got a few things going on. You've got work crap going on. You have delays to do with this individual. You're like, am I cursed with this person? Am I going to have to drag that horse around? You're like, where is that person I used to know in the past? Where is that individual who is the emperor? In some ways, there are some exciting things coming. There are some exciting things coming. Somebody's got the hots for you. Be careful. Dawn, who is this person? I just did the reading previously, hun. I saw two energies there. Yours is a bit further back. Okay, so Dawn, yeah, you're looking to the past and you're like, look, I'm the one who's free. But, you know, you're looking at it critically and you're saying, look, this person needs to leave someone out in the cold. I don't need to. I'm the one that's free. They are very jealous of you. They do get really jealous. You're just like, Jesus, take the wheel. Is this person going to move? Is this person shifting? I do feel they're coming over. I do feel they're going to try and broach a subject with you, but I feel you're going to be assertive. You got a 50-50 here, Dawn. In one breath, it's like, you know, at a drop of a hat, you could tell them everything you think and feel. And the other, you're just going to observe them. But something's going to happen that is going to give you an inkling of hope. You know, it's like that song, Just Give Me a Reason. And I feel that's what you're asking universe for. I always said this, be careful what you ask for, Dawn. As soon as we ask universe to give us something, they give it to us and we're like, I didn't quite mean like that. But yeah, and then we see if we have any blockages come up. Could you imagine if you come running in with bells on right now? So I'm seeing a physical conversation playing out. I don't feel you're the one that's broaching it. I do feel it's at night time. I can see you in the kitchen. The conversation is coming through. I do feel he's alone on the day. And I think you're going to be quite shocked. That's what I have for you, Dawn. And they're making mention to 50-50 on how you're going to respond. You may be so surprised that you don't expect it. It just feels really surprising. Didn't I pin anything? I did. Okay, so then we have Kerry. Let's see what's happening with you. Kerry, you're not cursed. Get over it. You are not cursed. It is your year. Aries, it's your year, okay? Libra, it's your relationship year, your contract year. Oh, it's Char first. We'll leave that for her. Don't let your internet break out. Char, you may need to listen to this after if your internet cuts out. Thanks, Star. I'm telling you, when you have a spotlight on your face, and my partner can hear my washing machine going, and he has not clicked the bell. You know? Should I PM him? A washing machine is not just a woman's job. He'll be like, cheeky, bloody cheeky sod. This is the beauty of 25 years of TF journey. Char, have you left your home? Have you been home all week? My guides are mentioning something to do with you and home. Sweet doll. You're up next anyway. I started doing yours, then realized I missed Char. So I've left your card there and I'll do Char's first. Okay, Miss Char. Have you left the house this week, young lady? I mean, apart from the obvious things, you know, maybe driving the kids to school or something like that, but have you left the house this week? Is Chara in the building or has she exited stage? First thing they're saying is something to do with the home, something to do with the energy. It could be that you're feeling you want to go into isolation for a little bit and meditate. I also see that you could be getting to a space where you're wondering, is this person single? It may also be that you're feeling physically that maybe they're single, okay? And that's kind of confusing you. You're thinking, okay, is this person, you're barely here. Okay, have you left the house? My guides, the first thing they said is, have you left the house? It could even be a statement they're wanting to make. It may be that you need to leave the house, go out, get out, change the energy. Could that be in reference to just going out, maybe to visit your mother, visit a friend? Because my guides are making a firm reference to that. There can be also some people that are coming back from the past that are going to want to offer you something. But I'm also seeing that you're feeling psychologically that, if they bounce out of this karmic relationship, you instinctually feel they're going to move towards you. So then this other message I'm getting is that you're feeling that maybe they are single. And so you're thinking to yourself, so what's the issue? And I think it's more to do with them clearing the energy. You do know this person well. They're asking you not to second guess yourself on that. You did work with them as a team. There can be some anger that crops up out of nowhere, and it's like, you really played me. They're also making reference to you may need a repair on your car. I think you're going to get some news. You're like, no, they can reach out to me. I'm not doing the communicating. Yeah. I feel you becoming more firm as the weeks progress. More firm on how you feel things. I'm also hearing you're not going to be sharing information with certain individuals. They're just saying be ready. I don't know. A karmic might communicate with you. They're asking you to be ready. Yeah. Tell me how that lands this week. Look out for your car. Drive carefully. Try to do the mantra that I was doing, which is really anything that you're wanting to manifest, really, instead of tuning into it from a negative vibration, tune into it from a positive. You left the house. Okay, well, it could be that it's coming up that you are going to be staying home for a week. This could be because you're getting run down, but they're saying something towards your house. This also could be an offer for somebody to, for a move. This could be an opportunity of a move of some description. You're like, I'm not leaving my house. Somebody could be coming in. Somebody looks like they're moving towards you. You may need to make some room. Don't do it till they turn up, though. Don't do it till they turn up. A bit of purging. Definitely think that once a breakup occurs with the karmic third party, I feel they're going to be out of a home. Yes. It feels close, whatever it is. Tell me what the house-related dynamic meant. Yeah, exactly. At one stage I did. And then I was like, no, done. I'm going to live presently. And I put all of my stuff back in. We make room as we go. Plenty of room in the heart. Yeah, the vibe of getting out. Maybe they're making reference to the fact you're going to be home for a bit, Shah. Possibly. The other reference could be go to your mothers. I don't know why they're saying that, but they're saying go to your mothers. You may understand as the week progresses. Guides talking code. I don't question it. Okay, Kerry. First thing I got before is that you are feeling a little bit cursed. I want you to reframe that sentence piece and say, this is my year. Whatever is not meant for me will go. Whatever is meant for me will come, because there is this vibe that you're feeling you're a little bit cursed. Okay, so, and it's funny because it came through earlier and then it was like, Yildiz, you missed the person. And I was like, how did I do that? Okay, probably because there is a, collectively we have these energies coming up with us psychologically. Now my battery's dying on the phone. Okay, there's some stresses but you're getting better. You're moving forward. You're trusting the process. You don't think they're going to move towards you because of what was done in the dark, okay? You don't feel that they will do that because, and you're kind of like, you're getting up in your head about it. Don't own that. That's their drama. That's for them to address. Do I feel the reason this is coming up is because something is coming to a close? Yes, but you're in your masculine energy, okay? So this is making you feel, it's like when we're psychologically unpacking it and trying to do the work for the person. So I feel this week you could have some things going on that are pretty intense. You're trying to keep your head above it. You're moving through it. You're rolling through the punches. There are some stresses at the end of each week. You're finding you're really needing to rest. You're enjoying Mother Nature, but separately relating to this romantic interest. I do feel you're getting a little bit caught up in your head. They are still going to be able to communicate with you, and I don't think it's going to stop them. So they're saying, don't think you're cursed. There is positive energy. You're taking quite a positive attitude with it. But something can be coming quite quickly. This also can be your intuition. They're saying trust your instincts when it does come to any major decision making. Kerry. Who do I have next? Cosmic Journey. Oh, I did bring my drink. Oh, I was organised. I think I got up on a Sunday at 3:30. Who does that? TFs. Cosmic Journey. Wow, where are you going? Okay, your vibe's pretty good. You probably don't feel so, but your vibe's pretty good. The energy coming towards you is pretty good. Productive, busy. You got some abundance coming your way. You're trusting your instincts. It's really, look, okay, the one thing I can say is some of you are feeling as though these past tense connections, are in the past, but I actually feel this past position due to Pluto is past people coming back. I think you're changing direction with some situations in your own personal life. I do feel this is going to be a very positive, very, it's like go, 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 but there's lots. It's almost like when you've been stepping back from a puzzle and you're looking at it and going, oh, that piece goes there, that piece goes there. It feels very, I don't know, maybe it's the Virgonian energy we had, because the shadow sign of Pisces is Virgo, which is meticulous. It's taking responsibility to get our ducks in a row and to get things organized. And I do feel you've got a lot going for you. You spiritually have this connection with them. You almost could psychologically feel you need to be ready because something is coming. And so you're becoming the soldier in your own life on your side of the fence of what you can get ready for because of a new beginning coming. And this new beginning effectively can be with this person from the past. And I do feel it's an opportunity for a potential reconciliation, but I feel it's because you're getting your ducks in a row. You have some paperwork as well. Don't you love it? Don't you love paperwork? What's this paperwork for? Or is it their side? It could be their side. Maybe you. Or maybe it's your instincts thinking, yeah, their journey will be affected. So if you don't have your ducks in a row, 2 soldiers down won't work. Yeah. Okay, have you had any niggling thoughts coming up to do with a past situation, something that was maybe going to tangle them up and prevent them from moving forward? Because I actually see everything, Hedel, really positive. I think it's almost like you're staring at, yeah, well, it did feel paperwork, but I feel you're going to unpack it, but I also feel on their side, be it there was a karmic situational ship or, and karmic doesn't have to be romantic. By a person from the past is that to, and it appears to be. It does feel to be, it appears to be. They are closing something out though. And they're making reference to if you have found all of a sudden that you've been very busy getting things ready, it's more than likely because your guides are working with you. And, you know, if you're being logical, pushing through the fog, even if you think it's a bit crazy that you're doing such, but there is positive kind of vibes coming towards you regardless. I feel psychologically you're preparing yourself so that you both can rebuild a foundation, but I definitely feel it's, you know, it's an opportunity from the past coming back for reconciliation. So don't think it's not just on their side, it's on our side too. Also, look, I don't think you'll change your mind on this notion with them. I'm not feeling that. Have you had any ebbs and flows where you go, maybe I won't? Because I feel it's overall, you're quite detached, you're quite present. Yeah, quite present and focused. That's what I say. I do think in order for maybe a reconciliation to be, there is some sort of cutting out of something over the other side. I'm hearing 3. That can be 3 weeks, 3 days. I'm not feeling 3 years, but they said 3. Could be 3 o'clock. Who knows? But 3. Thanks, Storm. Hey, Becca. And then we have another one that was added. And it was further up. It was Madonna. Hey, Becca. How you been? Got to keep an eye on the time. I got clients today as well. Okay, are you tuning into a particular individual? I unblocked Twin today after finding out that he liked a picture relating to me. I feel he's still with her, and I also feel new energy coming in for me. Unsure if I should just move forward. Just be open. I think it by how do I explain it? By unblocking, it's positive. If the person has showed, it's a little bit like a white flag. It's like, and it's like, will that person respond? Don't say anything. Just unblock, allow them to, you know, do their thing, and wait. I did have another twin last week that said that same thing was happening. I said, don't say anything. She unblocked. The person then sent a friend request. They then accepted. And yeah, PMing is now occurring and physical movement. So just be really present. I was feeling also, I don't know why they've mentioned this, but I'm feeling there is another person, but this is somebody that maybe you went to school with. I don't know why they're making reference to that. Now, if that's twin, That is a reference, but I was feeling something to do with crush. I think it's on their side, not yours. Whoever this person is, it's like yeah, because this did feel like a different person, personally. The other individual, I don't know why I'm picking. I don't feel they're in a connection. I do feel they're single or ready to exit, but it's not feeling tangled up in any way. Do you have somebody that's getting married this year? Have you been dreaming about getting married? They're making reference to somebody getting married, but also maybe even a dream of getting married. I feel they're single. I don't feel they're coupled. And if they haven't left the person, I mean, they're coming through gentle, mature. All week. Yeah, so it feels like the message is sending you the PDF. Just be open with it. If you've been saying the 1-400, continue to be in alignment and don't waver. So it can be when we let those negative vibrations and negative patterns come in. When you see the 1-400, it's almost like your therapist coming in and telling you, okay, now you behave, don't go back to old patterns. Look, you got the marriage card, right? It's like it's almost like you've been seeing the dream, having a dream, seeing maybe some synchronicities. It could be some videos or television shows that are popping up and it's to do with marriage. Yes, I do see a person from the past coming back. I do feel that they're turning up as the king. They're also making reference to a birthday party coming up. This could be your side, their side, or a family, around you. But there feels like there's a celebration. I definitely see a possibility of that. I can see a person who's got a crush on you. I'd say be very present, be really open. This could really give you a kick in your step if suddenly people are coming out from the woodworks of the past really deeply appreciating you. Yes, it is going to take a bit for this person to have courage to actually reach out, but I don't honestly see anything bad here. I do see it quite positive. They're also making reference to if a social gathering is organised, this can be in a group and you think, oh, do I really want to go? They're actually telling me to say go. Okay. Don't see anything negative. See two paths there. See the energy around you being quite positive. I do see a new chapter. The new chapters coming up very separately to romance can be creating a little bit of tension. Trust it anyway, keep going because it does feel positive. I don't feel it. Block it out. You can actually block that energy. Oh, trust me, I know crazy karmics. I feel ya. Tune out and disempower that frequency. Take their power away. We're giving them too much power. Just take it away. You are your own problem. You create your own eaten mess. And then, yeah. Don't worry about the karmic. Picture that karmic not being around. Them doing them. Madonna, how you been? Have you been looking after yourself? How's work? How is work? I'm telling you, I feel like you're going to meet somebody very important. That's okay, Becca. I don't get a bad vibe, but really tune out of them. Take the power away. I do think the person's going to reach out, and usually it can signal trouble in paradise anyway, so it's such a compliment, so just accept. Okay, Madonna. You're leaving one circumstance and moving into a new circumstance. There could be some money coming towards you. I feel like you're going to make somebody very famous, though. Seeing my twin's name everywhere this birthday. He's in my dreams. I feel so sexual energy towards me sometimes. Yeah, I feel with your business, I feel you're going to meet someone who's famous. I don't know who this is. This could be an accidental introduction. I do feel there's a transition in your career. I think because you are self-focused and in purpose, this can also be some money. It might be that you need to go for a loan for something that you want to do in your business. It's going to expand out, transfer, transform. But this person is thinking all sorts of thoughts about you. Are they in a karmic relationship? Oh, God, they're coming. They're coming in. I feel that something's shifted over there, whatever it is in their life, but they're definitely, look at this. They're having all sorts of bad thoughts. bad thoughts, which are good thoughts, really. But wanting to move towards you. Okay, if they were in a relationship before, the relationship felt quite miserable. Have you been married before? Because they're bringing up a marriage of the past. Who was married before? Were you married before? Had to pick my daughter's washing machine up yesterday. That was fun. You're in the moment. I feel in business you're going to be ruthless. Okay, I'm just going to say it. There feels like there might be a need to hack certain individuals out, shift things around. He is famous. There you go. Look, I feel chance mating. I feel collaborating. I feel moving towards you. They're very attractive. They're very attractive. There is a brand new beginning, though, but your business, I do feel somehow they're merging. I don't know what they mean by this. There's some sense of a transformation, but there is a merge. There is a rebirth, okay? So it's just asking you to be really, really open. But I do feel this communication that's coming in, it is to do with a new, how do I explain it? It's going to expand it out, but it does feel certain individuals maybe that were directly involved in that physical process may not be trusted as much. It could be outdated ways, outdated methods. It's being reconfigured. It's going to be reconfigured. You're probably already doing it now. If you haven't seen them for a while, I feel they're coming out of that, but I don't feel it's long, okay? But definitely a reconfiguring. If there's a person, they keep mentioning, if there is a person you're currently dealing with and you don't trust them or you feel they're a bit too controlling or it's old and outdated, whatever it is, I just feel this shaving off of dead wood. And I'll tell you, whenever I get that, it's usually a person who is a little bit toxic. So I don't know, you know. It feels positive on the business front. It feels positive. That's all I can say. Yeah. And as for the both of you, they're kind of showing that it's going to be a joint venture. Part of it, joint venture. So be ready for that. You could also bump into them. I'm also feeling that this person could be coming through in your dreams. They might not have shaved. I don't know. Maybe they get the stubble. It feels that they haven't. And I'm also seeing two masculine energies that are connected to you as well. So you might have a bit more that you can bargain for. Thank you all. Thanks for those who moderated. I will see you for the live twin flame updates as well as the elements in the members. Take care.